much for joining in. Coming to the close of what has been a fairly volatile session. It started with a flourish. The Nifty scaled all-time high levels, crossed its previous peak, went on to hit levels of 19,567. The Sensex today scaled the 66,000 mark. But a sudden, cautiousness emerged in the market in the second half of the trading session, and the market sold off. The Nifty went below levels of 19,400, only to bounce back and close slightly above it. On the whole, the benchmark indices, both the Nifty and the Sensex, are managing to close up in the green, but no such luck for the mid-cap index. The mid-cap index ends with a sharp cut of about 0.7%. The small-cap index was down close to about 0.85%, and the advanced decline ratio in favor of the stocks losing by in a ratio of about 1:2. The only pocket of strength today was perhaps the IT pack. So the Nifty IT index was up close to about 2%, with heavies like TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, even HCL Tech, which was a big miss on all parameters, managing to close up in the green. So that was one big support area for the markets.
Well, IT really held out. I'm just going to talk about some of the broader market trends because overall it's been a day of profit taking in the mid-cap arena. And we've been talking about mid-cap banks selling off. That was really the highlight today. So whether you're looking at a Bank of Baroda or a Federal Bank, by the way, is ending with a drop of about 5.5%. So you can argue that the numbers aren't, there's no howler there. Yes, margins have fallen about 15 basis points, but it's not like, everything is kind of, collapsed. But anyway, the market was in a different kind of mood today. PNB, Bank of Maharashtra, J&K Bank, across the board, profit taking on banking stocks. Profit taking continued on Delta Corp, more selling on Delta Corp, 5.5% down. Nazara was down about 3.5%. So these are some of the major areas of the market where things have cooled off. However, there are always the winners as well. Let's not forget that. So Zomato had a phenomenal session today, 7% higher. Some other new age stocks like Delivery, PB Fintech, they've also seen some buying come through. So not all bad in the mid-cap market. And I just want to point out something like Dream Folks, so where they're getting into a tie-up, expanding their network, 5% up on that stock. Tejas Networks, 12% up on Tejas actually. So as usual, some interesting movers and shakers, but I guess, Nigel, overall, it's been a bit of a scare for the market today.
Well, that's right. As we said, right, the Nifty is afraid of heights. The 19,500 remains elusive. The only good news, I think, today was, at least on a closing basis, the rough average would be around 19,425, 19,430, I think so, because we'll have averaging for the last half hour also. We're grateful for that kind of a close. A bit of a bounce from the day's low. Live to fight another day. Let's see how do we bounce back. And remember, we ended in the green with gain of around 57 points. Let's go to see the big boys, TCS as well as Infosys. Well, on that note, though, we'll wrap up on this edition of Closing Bell. You don't go anywhere.